Hello everyone, this is Yatharth from Fluidify.ai and AISRE Suite, and in this video we're going to talk about Fluidify Regen. Fluidify Regen is the first tool in the AISRE Suite and it's meant for the on-call management. It comes with the features including alert routing, incident management, postmortems, on-call scheduling, escalation paths, and so many more integrations and much more. We're going to find out more about it in this video. So I'm going to jump in directly onto the login screen. Here's the login screen when you can see there's a continue with Slack option here. Continue with Slack option here provides you with the SSO sign-on option. Also, it comes with Google Workspace, Microsoft, as well as Okta. So these four tools are available which you can be using for single sign-on. I already have my password and my email ID configured. I'm just gonna straight up go and sign in here. First of all, I will be showing you how to integrate your tool. So this is my default home screens which you'll be landing onto. I'll be now showing you how to set it up at the first place. So this is your integration pane. So on the left side, you have so many tabs on your screen. On the left pane, there's a home button, search option. There is tab for incidents and on-call, postmortem templates, analytics, and then the settings option has integrations, user, system settings, incidents and migration, and so on. So firstly, we'll be setting our region up. We need to have one communication setup which needs to be configured for bidirectional sync. So I just configured my Slack. I'm just going to show you how do I configure this. So there's this OO3 direct URL which I've created. I can just directly go onto my Slack portal. Onto my Slack portal, I'd be having these many details. I'd be having my bot token, my signing secret, and Slack login, etc. So I can directly go and create a Slack app and just configure this in here, and I'll be all set up. So for every time an alert is triggered as an incident, a channel would be created onto Slack and a ticket would be created in incidents on which the communication has to go on. Same would happen with Microsoft Teams. For alert routing, we have Prometheus setup. We can set up Prometheus like this. You can have a alert manager YAML. You have set it up like this, and there's a post request which would be triggered on every alert. You can see how many alerts have been received so far in here, and also a docs button wherein you can see the support. If I just open it, I'll be getting myself to the configuration for Prometheus and you'll be able to see. Additionally, we also have documentation provided at fluidify.ai. You can see how you can set up Prometheus. It's all here. Okay, coming back. So I have my Prometheus and Grafana. I can connect any of my alert source tool. I can also connect to Amazon CloudWatch. I can connect to generic webhook. Also, I have these many integrations which are shown as coming soon here, although these are available now in the pro version. This is an open source version, some part of which you're seeing. So open source version doesn't have integration to these tools, but the pro version has additionally Twilio as well. So for sending any engineer an on-call message or notification or a call itself, you need also to connect Telegram. In the open source version, you can just create a bot and add a bot token here, and this would be all set. Additionally, we are also providing in our pro version an Android and iOS app through which you'd be able to receive and get alerts and calls and messages for whenever an outage or incident happens and you are at the on call. So this is about the integration. Now I want to talk about more how you can set alert routes. So alert routes, as you can see on my screen right now, you can configure alert routes in here. This is one I've already created. I just create an alert route. I can just name it whatever I want to name. Let's say this is an outage alert route, and I select the alert source as Prometheus. I filter it now. Only on these filters the alert would be created into an incident. Let's say I create on high. I can also add any label. There are multiple labels. I can do a regex pattern. For example, it should match let's say payment system. So the payment systems will be directly, and I just payment. So I'd just directly be filtering in all the payment keyword including alerts, and similarly I can do on the annotation. Then again there is one alert content. On the content part, it can do a regex pattern match once again, and then I can create an incident. I can choose to keep it a healthy or unhealthy alert based on if I pick yes or no. Then I also have an option whether it needs to be escalated to my superior if I'm on call, or whether it needs to be suppressed if it's not an incident. Then there is also a severity override. I can assign it critical, high, warning, info, or low severity. Based on this routing rule, I can just go ahead and create this route. This route created, I can also delete this from here. So it's deleted. And now if I see this route, you can see on critical and warning, this would be created. An incident would be created without an escalation and suppress. I'm just gonna head click on cancel now because I don't want to mess up with it. Now if I go, so this was about how I can manage the alert routes. I can create incident based on alert rules. Now let's talk about the escalation paths. I can define escalation paths. Escalation paths are nothing but who needs to be addressed when an on-call issue happens. So let's say this is our default escalation paths. So this is an escalation path for any on call to happen, and let's say if an issue has happened, so this is the level 1. Level 2, if I want to add some more people here, I can just go ahead from the schedule. I can pick primary on call. If I want to add some specific user, I can just directly add this guy, and so on. I can add this person to the on call schedule. This is now into enabled state. I go back to us from the escalation paths, and let's now talk about schedules. Also, before going to schedules, you can also see uh, by default you can assign them easier day routing. These are some escalation paths. So you can also assign auto escalation by severity. This is also there. Now let's, so in schedules you can see there are multiple teams who have their schedules and listed in here. I want to just see the schedule, or this is a delete button. If I click on this India team, I will be seeing now this is a calendar view of an on-call schedule. You can also see the time zone here. This Asia Kolkata. You can see complete calendar of this person in the pulsing. You can also assign a mark availability of this person on some specific dates. Let's say we create on Saturday 27th. My mark this is unavailable. You can see the person is marked as unavailable. I can mark leave and unavailability likewise. And if you see there are rotation layers, I can also add another layer with layer name. I can add some more people in here. With respect to the participation layer, I can add John. Maybe I can add Marcus. I can add so many more. Priya Patel. Just add the layer. So I will just add this as layer name secondary, and I add layer and it goes. As you can see here, the secondary I have these 3 users configured just right now. In the primary as well, I have 1 user committed. And now let's go to on call again, and this is how we created India team calendar. Primary on call calendar again, you can see likewise. And then if I want to add a new schedule, then I can just pick a new schedule name. I can just pick a new schedule name here. I even give it a description that's optional. I can assign the time zone. I have multiple time zones in here. I can also add a layer name, and rotation type, participants, and so on. So you'll be able to see a preview in here. So now we'll talk about more about incidents. This is my incident screen. I can see incidents on my home screen, which is on the Kanban board, and on this incident tab. So incident tab gives me a list view of the incidents. If I just click on this one incident, I'd be able to see what all it has. So this incident was created by system, and system assigned an incident commander. This Emma Rodriguez is my incident commander, and the activity would show on. You'd be able to see so many activities done by the incident commander. Then this is one action, this is one another action. You can see multiple tabs in one incident. You can see its title, activity, its description. You can also see whether any deduplicated alert are created for this. You can see if any postmortem has been generated for this. This is, you can see, and if there's an attachment, and so on. At any point of time, I can do an escalate on this. I can change its status from acknowledged to resolved. These are my custom fields. This is triggered. It was triggered when it was acknowledged, and when was it last activated. See its priority here and here as well. You can change the priority from here, and so on. So this was about one incident, and this was about the list of incidents. You can also filter based on trigger and the status, based on severity, based on team, and you can also search based on the pattern. Let's say I just want to talk about payment, so this is just the payment related. Let's say if I want to talk about payment, so these are just payment related incidents. You can see. Now coming to the home page, you can see the Kanban board view of the same incidents. You can directly go from put it and drag and drop from here to there. An incident can be moved from trigger to acknowledged to resolved state. Once it is resolved, it cannot be taken to trigger. This is an immutable timeline. I just now take you to declare incident button. So using this, let's say this is my ecom checkout page error. This is one incident. It is going to be very critical. I just, let's say, write an incident summary that my checkout page is giving me 403 when I try to do a payment. And I can just go ahead and let's say if I know the team, I would just assign checkout team and do a declare incident, and this incident is now created. A default incident commander has been assigned this ticket. A channel has been created in Slack. You can see a Slack channel name. You can just directly go and click and go to the Slack channel directly. So it assigns to the users and creates the channel for each incident. Incident commander has been assigned. You can see duration of the ticket. You can see when it was triggered, last activity just now, the AI agent. This is the RC part. We'll talk about more this later. And this is generated handoff. You can see alerts, postmortem incidents. You can see for each of them. I'll be talking more about this here. So now going back to the home page again, you have these many incidents created. You can scroll up to the bottom most, and in the incident page you can have a page view of all the available incidents and in the states and severities. That was about the incident management part of this tool. Now let's talk about more on the postmortem. So postmortem feature, it has multiple templates. You can create postmortem using multiple templates. I have defined 3 templates by default: infrastructure, security, and standard. I have separate structure for each of these. For example, this is focused at summary first, then impact, then timeline, then root cause, and then infrastructure changes, remediation, action items, and runbook updates. If I want to create more such templates, I can just click new template. I can say my team, check out team template, and I can just say I want the impact first. So I just say impact, and what do I need then? And then I need the root cause. That's all I need, and the action item. So I'll be having this template created now. So this is a new template I created already. Now if I go to any incident, let's say I go to this incident, I want to create postmortem in here for what all has been done. So I would just regenerate from timeline this, and this would create a new postmortem for me. So you just see infrastructure template right now, how much of tokens were spent in generating this postmortem. You can see the timeline, root cause, infrastructure remediation, etc. This was the infrastructure template. This is how I can create the postmortems. Let's say if I want to create AI summaries on the same, I can also create AI summaries. I'd be getting to know what all has been done. And if I click on regenerate, I can easily see what has been done. Incident was triggered due to notificational patch. Read, this was deemed low severity. Incident commander acknowledged. This is also a summary. You can see how many tokens or how many dollars were spent in creating this. Similarly, if I am going off my shift and I need to assign my work to some another engineer, I can have him read a Handoff digest so that he doesn't have to redo and re-go through every comment and log and whatever work that I did. Once again, I can just go and generate a digest from here. There's an AI button. Again, you can see this much tokens were spent in dollars. This is the current situation, key events so far, active concerns, open question, recommended next steps. You can see easily. So the other engineer can take from here and be the incident commander till the next time. How exactly you can, so this is the attachment. So how exactly are these AI postmortems are also getting created? That part I will also show you in the system settings. So now I will tell you how you can also include your own key of Olama or Anthropic or OpenAI, and here's the key. You can just copy paste your API key here, select the vendor, and you're all set to go. So now I'm going to talk about more on how you can actually edit and add more fields to each incident. So on this incident tab on the left pane, you can just click and you can add custom fields in here. To add custom fields, you can just click on add field button. You can add a new field, let's say service name in here, and create field, text type, and a new service name field is created. And so I can also reorder these two fields or whatever number of fields you have with respect to where I want to keep them. I can just go on now on my incident pane, declare a new incident. I can see here the service name field is here, and so on. I can create the custom fields. Custom field option is only available in Pro. Now I'd be talking more onto the analytics part. So you can see here I have opened the analytics pane. After analytics pane, I am able to see the total incidents, resolution rate, MTTD, mean time to resolution. You can also see distribution by severity. You can also see distribution by the status, by the date range. And then you can also see, let's say, some AI cost for whatever model I want to use. I'm able to see the cost in here. This is the input token cost, this is the output token cost. It will be calculated whatever AI feature you use, the cost is calculated based on these, and this is also editable in case you are having some another tool or some other pricing in case they change in future. This is the cost that is spent on generating the postmortem. This is on the incident summarization, handoff digest, and enhancing the draft. AI spent, and this is this month's spend. You can easily see this kind of analytic. This is only available again in the pro. So now I'll be showing you more onto the system settings part. I can see all the integrations here. I have so many integrations. If you see that your tool is not mentioned in the integration pane here, you can directly request an integration on clicking on this button. I can have multiple users. I can invite my team. There is unlimited team members are allowed using the configurations in here. You can have the system settings. There's also a status page you can see. Also there are user settings. You can click and change on your password, etc. It's available here. Back to home page now. We also have one more feature called one click import. So one click import is an option that we provide, one click import or one click migration option from these three tools called Grafana, OnCall, from PagerDuty, from Opsgenie. You can directly go on and copy paste your Grafana OnCall URL and API token, and you can just click on preview import. It will automatically import your user base, your schedules, your incidents, and etc. so forth information. Same goes on for PagerDuty. You can see on this button, I clicked, I can select the region, and then I can just paste my API key, and then I can just go on preview import. Similarly, my schedules, my team information, my incidents all would be imported, and same goes for Opsgenie. So this was all about Fluidify Regen. Next in line we have Fluidify Nuri, that is an RCA engine brain which will be integrated with multiple tool as a headless service. And I'll be talking more about Fluidify Nuri in another upcoming video. Till then you can go ahead and check it out. Fluidify Regen, if you want to do on-call management. The best part with Fluidify Regen is that it is all free for open source, and for SaaS version it's merely $50. Unlimited seats, unlimited data, unlimited incidents and alerts, and so on, AI features, whatever. Meanwhile, to check it out, if it fits your infrastructure and your team, you can just go ahead and check out the free version at open source. I'm attaching the link with this video. About me, this is Yatharth Shekhar, founder and CEO of Fluidify.ai. Thanks for watching.